What's up? This your girl Misha, aka Widow 4. We have returned from Nowlands or New Orleans. Had so much fun. It was so, off the hook. We actually seen a lot of things. While we was going, we had to go over so many bridges. Like, I took pictures of bridges. Got a couple scenes of my mom freaking out a little bit because we crossing the bridges. My homegirl, Frannie, or Francesca, or to the other ones that don't know her by those two names, Miss Wright, 2286. So, it was crazy. Like, you know, when Hurricane Katrina hit them, it was, you know, everybody was stuck around the TV, you know, we was sad and everything, but when you actually go there, it's like, it's deep. It's like, you kind of put yourself, since you're there, you put yourself as in, like, man, what would I have done if that would have happened, you know what I'm saying? And then you'd be thinking like, man, what if I was one of the ones that had the loved ones that were stuck in the hospital, or I didn't have money to evacuate like that, and like picturing myself, you know, there. And then we actually, well, to get over there to Bourbon Street and area and stuff, we actually rolled over like one of the highest bridges there that the people was on, and it was like, wow, you know, like, dang, you know, you got people dying that died on this bridge. You got, you know what I'm saying, you picture yourself being pregnant with a female. You know, when we was there, I was like, man, what if I was, you know, picture myself pregnant and had to give birth to my child on the bridge, and then, you know, no medical, you know, assistance, you know, to take care of that, and then didn't have nothing to feed, you know what I'm saying, my child, and then, you know, wind up dying from, you know, hunger and stuff. Like, that was very, very touching. And I was like, dang. And then as we was like driving, you know, riding over the bridges and stuff, you seen a lot of stuff that, a lot of with the flood damaged and stuff, like houses, apartment buildings, hotels, everything. It was like dang, you know, kind of grateful of what, you know, I'm kind of blessed. Really, you be like, you look at the bigger picture, as in like, dang, you know, dang, like, if I stayed here, like, you know what I'm saying, would I have been alone, you know, you with your fam, and then all y'all get lost, or, you know, you know, you here and somebody else is there, and then you don't know if they're alive or dead, and then they don't know if you're alive or dead, and, you know, and then no money, no food, days, and, like, all you do is cry. And then if I was on the bridge and I was in the dome, you know what I'm saying, going through all that when people died there, and how girls was getting raped and all that kind of stuff, it was just, it was crazy, like, really, really crazy. But on that part, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna show y'all a few pictures right quick of that, and then, you know what I'm saying, I'll be right back.
Thick white skin and his eyes bright blue. So-called beef with you know who. Fuck it, he just let him kill all our troops. Look at all the bullshit we been through. Had a nigga sitting on top of their roofs. Hurricane Katrina, we should've called it Hurricane Bush. Then they telling y'all lies on the news. The white people smiling like everything cool, but I know people that died in that pool. I know people that died in them schools. Now what is the survivor to do? Got no trailer, you gotta move. Now it's on to Texas and to Georgia. They tell you what they want, show you what they want you to see, but they don't let you know what's really going on. Make it look like a lot of stealing going on. Boy, them cops is killers in my home. Niggas.
Okay, I'm back. Now that we've got over the sad part, I'm going to talk about what all we did. When we got there, of course, it was a parade going on. I couldn't film the parade. Sorry, but my girl, Miss Wright 2286, Francesca, filmed it on her camera, and she will be posting it on YouTube. And for all the ones that think that they still flash for bees, no, that is not the case. They just throw them out, and they throw them kind of hard, kind of rough. Cause they just throw them at you, so it's like it might hit you in the head, but it's all good though. They threw out more than beads. They threw out flowers. They threw out cups. They threw out umbrellas. They threw out everything. And their parade is super, super long, and they have a lot of schools in the area, more than I thought they did. After that, we went to Bourbon Street. Yes, Bourbon Street. We walked, and it was packed. It was real packed. We walked. It's a lot of stuff. We went to this restaurant called Denny's. It was good. I mean, it was packed, but it was good though. Took pictures. When we left there, we walked around the actual brass bands like they show on TV with the tubas and everything on the corners. Yes, they did that. What else did they do? Yeah, they had like the women with the big feather things on their head. They was dancing and stuff too. After that, we walked around. It was cold too, very cold. So we walked around. It was fun. So then the next day, when we woke up, we had to get dressed and get ready to go on a tour called the City of the Dead. So it was cool, and to come to find out, like, the history is a trip. Like the whole part of French Quarter, how he put it, was mainly a cemetery, and you know, they like took up the tombs, not the tombs, but like the headstones and stuff off. It was building stuff over bodies, and like we walked down St. Peter Street. And basically it was like that was a cemetery. The houses that's on the corners and stuff is built over a cemetery. And actually I'm gonna show y'all a picture of one of them that I took right quick. So yeah, after that it was like they kept moving because more people was dying and they needed bigger room. So with that picture that you just seen where the cemetery was before, and they took the stones from that, they helped build a cathedral, and we was like, ooh, that's, you know, spooky and it's kind of crazy. And he was like, people that stayed in the houses there was like, it's best if you bought a house there and, you know, you start digging for something and you run across some bones, so it's like it's best to just ignore it, because then you had an archaeologist in your yard and the real estate in your face and all that kind of stuff. I think that was kind of a joke, but then again, I wasn't too sure for them to be bodies and bones under people's houses and stuff. So then after that, we kept walking. We went into the kind of like a museum next to it, and he was explaining like the 20% of New Orleans that didn't get flooded was like the ones located near the river on the other side, and he was telling us how which levees broke and stuff, and it was like, that's kind of weird. So then there was a few pictures I'm gonna show after that, you know, of the little thing they had in the inside that I took a picture of, and a painting. And then after we left out of there, we went to the infamous St. Louis Cemetery, the first one, which holds, I think I'm saying her name right, Miss Marie LeVay, the Queen of Voodoo of New Orleans. He took us to her tomb, and he, you know, broke it down to why they called it the City of the Dead and stuff. And some of the pictures, like one of the pictures had like a flat wall. It was like they called them apartments or condos because you can rent it just for a body for a year and a day and then move it elsewhere. And he was like, and if it could be a condo because each little square can hold up to 20 people or more. Yeah, 20 people or more. And I'm not really going to get out into the depths of that because he broke it down to us, and that was kind of weird. And then the bigger statue that's on the ground that I took a picture of are like family plots, as in you can hold all your family members. You know, everybody have to sit there in the day or however long for it to be dust and bones, and then they'll bury it under it. Yeah, like the whole family, whatever.